Should I make thumbnails? I'm pretty sure I should make thumbnails for these videos. It just looks weird. Okay, anyways, tonight's video will be on, drum roll please, Fate. Yeah, not the anime, not the anime, but just Fate. But I know it's a loosely defined word. Fate can mean a lot of things in different areas, whether it be romance, life, or just the question of free will in general. But this would be my thoughts on fate when people decide to leave it up to, I think there's a say, is it Latin, there's a phrase where it goes amor fati, like the love of fate. I think that's what it means. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you look back at this rumor and you know what that means now, I apologize, but something like that, a love for fate. And I haven't really looked into it as to what it actually means. It's getting thrown around, especially on social media, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to use that. Our love of fate. And I'd like to relate a prayer to this, which is something that I saw, like this by scrolling through Facebook, by the old people, they share it, where it goes, I'm gonna read it here because I forgot. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And this is where this is where people just forget that there are some things they can control, and there are people who are extreme lovers of fate. I've met them personally, and if you happen to be watching that, I don't know if you're one of those people where that phrase where we just say it is what it is, or let it just let fate do its thing. There's nothing wrong with those mindset, because we shouldn't really be controlling the things we cannot control. But those fine lines, like this prayer says, it's actually not a verse, it's a prayer. You need wisdom to know the difference between with the things that we should leave up to fate and things that we are simply giving up. And there's this one quote that I keep saying to my friends, where what is the line between fighting for something and forcing something? And I think once I answer that question, as I grow up and experience more things, I think it's gonna be a very powerful tool, because we have limited time in this world, and we tend to get caught up with things we believe are important when they are probably not. And there are also some times where we don't dedicate time to things that we should be dedicating time, and because we have this mindset that, if it's for us, then it's for us. But I've had, is it a pet peeve? I don't know, people keep using that word. It's not a pet peeve, but more like, I have, let's just say, a problem with people who rely on fate too much, where they just, there's a Tagalog phrase to this, which is like, hindi talaga para sa atin. And whenever we lose someone, or especially when it's something more concrete or clear cut, like a game or a match or a competition, where you just say hindi talaga para sa atin, na it's not for us, like it's just not for us to win, is that, I find it sometimes it's just an excuse for your shortcoming. Like, how do you know that it isn't for you? Have you actually looked into the things that you've done that led to this result or to these consequences? And I know this could just be my control freak side speaking, where even even fate wouldn't, even at least in my belief, even fate wouldn't be enough to stop me from getting what I want. And yes, it sounds inspirational, but if you think about it more, it does sound very dangerous. Wherein, what if that thing I'm pushing for isn't really worth it? And fate is just telling me that, no, this isn't for you, and this could just be fate. If you can say God, you can say reality, you can say the world, life, universe, whatever. The universe is giving me a sign that, that this isn't for me. Therefore, I should just give up. But yeah, on the other side of the fence, there's this entire world of people not telling you to give up, because how do you know when to give up? Like, that's one of the, this is one of probably, that is what I mean by fate. Like, when do we know when to give up things, or when to leave things up to fate? Where is the line for that? And I'm sick of people saying that, you know, things happen because fate, but you just gave up too early. I might be wrong. Okay, this is a channel where I admit that I am wrong, but I'd like to cultivate this mindset that if I can do something about something, especially with things that matter to me a lot, I'd fight for it until the end, even if fate says otherwise. Because how can we tell? Sorry about the noise outside. How can we tell if it's just a test or it's a sign? See, as humans, we don't really know. We can't tell. So, on fate, I'd like to, you know, this isn't fate in the sense of free will and all that. That's a completely different video. But in the context of leaving things up to fate, why are they screaming? Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pause. Okay, where was I? Okay, I'm gonna wrap up now. Fate. We should know. We should cultivate a skill wherein we would be able to determine whether the world, fate, God, universality, whatever, or the audience is telling us when to fight for something, and consider that this adversity, this extreme, what this seemingly extreme and frustrating streaks of unlock, that is simply just, you know, an obstacle to prove that we are worthy of the reward in the end of this battle, or it's just the world or fate telling us that it isn't just, we just it's a patience game. No, we just wait. It's just the way things are. It is what it is. You know, shioganai in Japanese. There's nothing we can do, and it's simply a waiting game. We just see where this ends up and hope for the best. But yeah, hope is a dangerous thing, as that one quote goes. And yeah, take control, Homer. Not take control. It's a dilemma. Just you'll figure it out.